I'm Mitch P back for Fantasy and Science Fiction Fest. This video is I don't know about an update, but a video I had promised in one of my previous videos. I think maybe 2 or 3 videos back. When I said I was going to do a video on Lord of the Rings trilogy or whatever. To be honest, I don't know when or who might be watching this because unfortunately I'm not terribly upset about it. I am a little disappointed to say that I haven't gotten much or any traffic on the channel lately. So maybe that's why. Well, that is why, I'll be honest, videos have been scarcely coming or what have you, but in the hopes that one day the channel does catch and I do get, a lot of subscribers, and a lot of views, what have you. At least by that point, people will have a back catalog of videos to view and hopefully enjoy. I'm not saying I'm giving up on the channel at all. It is discouraging, disappointing, however you want to phrase it though, about not getting views or subscribers after this long. And I say this long because it is now March of 2024 and I've been doing it since November of 2022, I believe. So a little over a year at this point. But anyway, on with the topic of the video proper. I just had to get that out there. And if you are watching this video or any other videos real quick, thank you for your support. I hope you like what you've watched or are watching. But like I said, all that out the way, we can start the proper topic of the video. So the topic of the video is The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. I almost said JJ, but it's J.R.R. Tolkien. And I'm sorry for being tongue-tied or mispronouncing or what have you. Sorry about that. Somebody just walked in, so that happens from time to time. But I just, gave her time to come in before I continued. So, The Lord of the Rings. I'm not well versed in the books of Lord of the Rings. However, I have seen the Peter Jackson trilogy released over 3 years from 2001 to 2003, one per year. The Fellowship of the Rings, or the Fellowship of the Ring, was 2001. The Two Towers was released 2002, and Return of the King 2003, movie-wise. Now, later on, there was the Hobbit trilogy directed by Peter Jackson, released from 2015 to, I believe, 2017. I could have my dates a little muddled, confused on that, but today we'll just focus on the Lord of the Rings by Peter directed by Peter Jackson, written by J.R.R. Tolkien. And maybe save the Hobbit book and or trilogy for another day, another time. Anyway, The Lord of the Rings, as many of us know, is a story of a journey of a hobbit and 8 or 9 companions to take the journey with him to Mordor to drop the ring or destroy the One Ring in the fires of Mount Doom. The story follows Bilbo Baggins, the Hobbit, nephew of the Hobbit from The Hobbit. I'm sorry, I think I screwed up. Somebody's watching this right now and shouting at me saying, "You idiot," or whatever. But The Hobbit follows Bilbo, and The Lord of the Rings follows his nephew Frodo. There, I can admit when I'm wrong, and I'll fix my mistake. So there it is. Anyway, like I said, Frodo and his 8 or 9 companions, I can't, for the life of me, remember all their names, but I know the main one, or 2 of the main ones, other than Frodo himself, or Samwise, his neighbor, friend, fellow hobbit from the Shire and Hobbiton, and another is Gandalf, the wizard. There are a handful of others. can't really remember their names or races offhand, even though I've seen the movies at least countless times over the last 10 years, give or take. It is currently the year 2024, by the way, just in case you're watching this years later or something just for reference. That's why I say at least 10 years from this year, even though the last movie, The Two Tower or The Return of the King, I almost screw up again. The Return of the King was released December, I believe, of 2003. So, but like I said, we follow Frodo and his companions on their journey to Mount Doom to destroy the One Ring. And the movies are well paced, in my opinion. Very little downtime, very little of what are we doing here, why are we spending time here, let's move on. Even though the first two at the very least are right at or just under 3 hours. The last one, The Return of the King movie, I believe clocks in at maybe 3 hours and 30 minutes, maybe more or less. But like I said, each movie, in my opinion, is fairly well paced, very little drag or, like I said, come on, get to the point. Any of that. Peter Jackson is a well-known and should be, if he's not well respected, for his craft and work. Because other than Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogies, he has directed a version of King Kong, which was released, I believe, 2005 or 6. 2005 or 2006, I believe. And one of his earlier works or movies that he directed was The Frighteners or something along those lines. And I believe that's with either Emilio Estevez or Michael J. Fox. I'm almost sure it's one of the two. I'm hazy on which one for sure. In my memory, I haven't seen that. But anyway, kind of getting off topic. I just wanted to give Peter Jackson the credit he deserves. I feel he deserves. So, other than being well-paced movies, I believe they picked or hired pretty good actors as well. Yes, we have famous faces that have been around for years on our TV or movie screens, such as Ian McKellen as Gandalf, Elijah Wood as Frodo, Samwise Gamgee was played by Sean Ashton, I believe. And then not Gimli. Although Gimli is a character in the story, but that's not the name I wanted to say. The name I wanted to say was still thinking about it. Give me a minute. Gollum. Gollum was performed or acted out by Andy Serkis in a motion capture suit. Later composited in the computer as a CGI creature or entity, whatever. And although by today's standards, it may look a little dated or like it could have been done better, but by the early 2000 standards, it was pretty much top-notch computer-generated animation. But, other actors and actresses within the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Cate Blanchett, Orlando Bloom, whom you may know as William Turner, I believe, from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies by Disney. I'm not sure which came first, or maybe they were done roughly around the same time. It doesn't matter. He plays in both Lord of the Rings and Pirates. But does a good or decent job with both roles. I know I want to talk more about the plot of the movie or story, but just in case there's someone out there to yet not experience the story like me in book format or the Lord of the Rings trilogy movies by Peter Jackson, I encourage you to either read or at least watch the trilogy. It's, like I said, each movie is maybe 3 hours apiece. The last one may be 3 hours 20 minutes or 3 hours 30 minutes, give or take, but it's all well worth your time. So this has been the first video in a series I consider doing, titled Chatterbox. I think that's the title I'm going with for this series of videos, and it'll just be random videos talking about random things, things that are, nostalgic or dear to me for one reason or another throughout my lifetime. So for this first Chatterbox video, I chose Lord of the Rings because of the movies. Because of the movies, I do hope to read the series, the books, or book. I know there's a major debate about is it a trilogy or is it one book? I'm not here for that. But anyway, yeah, the main reason I do want to read the book or books by Tolkien is because of Peter Jackson and his movie trilogy that he released from 2001 to 2003. So comment if you want. Have you seen these movies? Have you read the books? Do you plan to? I know I plan to read the series whenever possible, and more than likely watch the movies over and over again like I have the last 10 plus years. That's all I have for this video. Like, subscribe, pass the word along. Have a good day.